Now, I'll tell you the story like this. My dad is a musician,
Mm.
and he basically offered for me to do a big showcase.
Mm.
Now, the showcase was my godfather's funeral. So my godfather's funeral, I'm there, like I'm gonna be the only comedian there out of bare musicians that are old school. So I'm gonna be there now. I'm like, yeah, let me practice. But the character that I was at the time was an old man that had no filter. So
Okay.
like I was a character comedian at first. Like I done
Yeah.
this character comedian called John Sport.
Yeah.
And I still do it from time to time. Then with that character, he had no filter to the point where like most of it was a swearing set, so it wasn't a clean set at all.
Yeah.
Never a clean set.
Yeah.
So I tell my mum, I say, Mum, I'm doing a set at my godfather's funeral. She turns to me and says, blunt in my face, and says, "Are you crazy? That's gonna be your funeral because nothing of your set is appropriate for your funeral." So I was like, "What do you mean? It's a showcase. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. Oh my god!" So I'm giving you the light version of what she said, right? That's not what she said, but I'm giving you the light version of what she said.
Yeah.
So she said it's gonna be your funeral. That was basically it. So I'm like, all right, shit. So for the whole day, on that day for the funeral, I avoided my dad's call. I avoided his call like the plague, but I was round the corner from the venue.
Yeah.
So I finally got the courage and I picked up the phone. Answered the phone. He said, "Yo, where are you?" I was like, "I'm round the corner." "Cool, come now. I need you. I need to talk to you." So I go around there now. Ashley Young, Ashley Young from Man United,
Oh, so he was there.
the footballer. Yeah, he was there. He was there.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
shit.
there. But he plays for Inter Milan now. Yeah. But he was there. He was there at the time. That's when he was playing for Man United. He was there. That's how big like my godfather was in like people knowing him and stuff like that.
So this was a big event. This wasn't like just a family thing.
No, it was a big event. Like there was family and friends. Loads of people in there now. The situation was this. So my dad's speaking to me, trying to give me some pointers as to like getting on the stage and making sure that I'm comfortable. What did my dad say to me? "Oh, son, you're the first one on." I was like, "Right, okay, cool. You got 5 minutes." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. It has to be a clean set." So like, a clean set. Okay, cool.
This was early on in your career, yeah? Like early
on in my career, yeah. This is my first boo time, yeah. So I get to the backstage and then I get changed and dressed and everything, yeah. Bear in mind, I used to come on to a song and the song used to say, "I'm in love with the pum pum." So the song's "I'm in love with the pum pum." So it's like what's that OT Genesis? I'm in love with the Coco. So it's a remix. Yeah, so it was a remix I done. Yeah. I still got that tune out right now. Mix it down, everything is banging.
It's your tune.
It's my tune. Yeah, I wrote the lyrics and everything. Yeah, man. Remember, I'm in the bars in this thing. I got bars, bro. So basically, I given the DJ my USB stick, gave him the thing, and I said, "Yeah, play this tune first." Like he listened to the tune, he looked at me and he was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He said, "This is a funeral," so I didn't click. So basically, to cut a long story short, it's me time to get on the stage. So the host is gassing me up, proper gassing me up. Yeah, coming to the stage. I have a new comedian. He's fresh on the scene. He's gonna be doing big things here. Bringing on to the stage, Icy Jones, aka was it Uncle John Sport? So I'll get onto the stage now to claps and cheers and whoop whoops and stuff like that. And the whole time my dad was standing behind me, cheering me on, like, "Oh yeah, he's standing behind me. Boop, boop, boop. Don't know, that's my son." Spoken third. Let me tell you this, yeah. For one whole minute, 59 seconds, the set was banging. The set was banging. I had them in my hands for 59 seconds out of the 5 minutes. And at 60 seconds, the digit went to 60 seconds. I said the wrong thing you could ever say in a funeral. was pum pum. Why did I say pum pum? Why did I say pum pum? Why did man say pum pum, bruv? Why did I say pum pum, bruv? How dare I say pum pum at a funeral? So by this time now, people switched. And I mean, when people switch, they switch. And I heard like a noise in the far back of the stage, like just like in the place.
Yeah.
I heard the noise and it kept on coming. All I heard was boo, get off the stage. Bare people were booing me now. Like, so the host takes the mic off me and says, hold on. This is not the time. And this is not the place. And everybody's like, right. Yes, right. You can't say those things here. This is a funeral. I'm like, oh my gosh, I mashed up the whole thing now. I've taken the mic and I said, I'm sorry, I do apologize. Like, this comedy is kind of hard and I was nervous, blah, blah, blah. By the time now, I've looked behind me. Where's my dad? Disappeared. He disappeared. I was looking back for some moral support. My dad disappeared off the stage. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. And I was like, I'm on my ones trying to back the beef. So a couple of people ran to the stage and they come up to me and said, how dare you say that? How can you say pum pum, bruv? I should knock you out. And these are my cousins. Okay, I'm like, okay, cool, say no more, family. I didn't mean it like that. You get me? So my cousins are on my case saying, how can you slip up and say pum pum? So I go backstage. As I go backstage, I don't see my dad backstage. I asked the lady that's been signing all the artists in, where's my dad? She said, he's in that room. So I go to the room. I see my dad looking in a bag. My dad's looking in a bag, which is empty. He looks at me, I look at him, and he says, I told you it was a clean set. I was like, you prick. How are you telling me it was a clean set and you disappeared when I was getting bullied on stage and you came here to look in an empty plastic bag? You're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You ain't my dad. You ain't my dad, fam. You're not my dad. I said all of that in my head.
Yeah. That's it.
So I was like, yeah. So the crazy thing about that is, well, yeah, like when I first got my first boo, like that hit me so bad to the point that I literally wrote my whole set again. Whole set. I cleaned it up, trimmed it up, and then I think it was a few days afterwards, I ended up doing the new set somewhere else, and the new set kind of banged. And then I done another big show with some Jamaican comedians from Jamaica, which they're big, IT and Fancy Cat. Yeah, done their show, and I banged. It was good though.
But that's, bro, like to get the confidence.
It was banging, yeah.